Hey there, fire signs. It's Jen here. I'm doing a reading for the week that's beginning, I already forgot, the 26th or the 27th. I don't know. If you think that, does the week start on Sunday or Monday? I see it both ways. So I'm going to pull a few cards from the Before Tarot to see maybe the influences, things that are affecting us as we're coming into the week. And then I'll pull 3 cards from the After Tarot and see how we're leaving the week. So let's look at the bottom, the Moon card. So we did have that moon, the full moon in Pisces in September. What day? On the 20th. So if you think maybe back to the full moon, you're still feeling some effects of that around the 20th of September. Could be dealing with a Cancer person. Could also be something that was going on at the time of Cancer. So that is end of June into around the 20th something of July. This is an interesting energy because on one hand, if you've ever been outside, at night when there's a moon out, and depending on whether it's a new moon or a full moon, but it can be very exhilarating. Your senses are different. Your senses are heightened. You hear things more, but that can which is good, but it can also be a little uneasy because we're not used to feeling or hearing, or that sense is not used to being so in tuned, I guess. We tend to, I think, drown out a lot of the background noise. If you know when the power goes out in your house and it becomes absolutely almost eerily quiet, like you just don't even realize the amount of ambient, is that what it's called? Ambient noise going on until it's not there, or till you, again, maybe your eyesight isn't as good and you don't see things as clearly. And even things that are harmless can cast a weird shadow. So it's cool and exhilarating and full of a different perspective, but you almost have to readjust or recalibrate your feelings around it because it's throwing things off balance a little. That's interesting, fire signs. Maybe you met someone and your attraction or connection to that person's freaking you out because it's so intense. Let's look at the other cards. 7 of Wands. So this is the Before Tarot. I mean, what I'm getting, I haven't read the book for what they intended with this, but it's reminding me of a good leader, good leadership qualities. Like this person is, I know from the card, is up above the people who are holding these wands, right? And so it's as if someone's looking up to him, but he's also giving a nod to that things are much greater than him. And so I think that's a good leadership quality, showing, I don't know if it's vulnerability, but appreciation and, again, perspective on things. Whoa. I almost said 3 of Cups. 3 of Swords. I didn't see that coming. This is some truth being revealed. The truth, it might not be something you wanted to hear, But it's almost so I'm almost getting like this may have been in the past, and you're giving thanks to this heartbreak, this lesson, this thing that happened because you learned so much from it, and you're in such a higher ground, a better place now, that even though it was painful and difficult and challenging, that challenge made you grow and have a different perspective. And you're what you would have what you were going for before, now you're so much, your perspective is so different. You couldn't imagine um, being with that person or having that job or that situation or whatever. You've grown so far past it because of it. You you appreciate that it wow, and you would never go back. So wow, this is a crazy reading. Yeah, you just see this past situation, because this is sort of a foundation or past influences. Um, yeah, having felt tied to something, obligated to something, maybe you settled because you were just doing what you thought you should do because that's what society told you to do, and not really paying attention to what you truly wanted to do, and that got you, or there were just your motivations were off because you were young and you didn't have the experience before, and you kind of had to learn the hard way, like most of us do. I certainly do. Um, but again, I see you coming into this week looking back on that for some reason, but maybe you were talking about, oh, such and such happened as the best thing that ever happened to me. I couldn't imagine um, being there again. So what's at the bottom of the after tarot? It's so interesting. This Four of Pentacles looks so much like, I mean, it has basically the Death card person. Oh, I'm hearing you can't take it with you. So this is, to me, the Four of Pentacles is a card about boundaries and priorities. So this guy, I mean, he is hanging on to his money with all he is, and it's still a false sense of security because death does not discriminate, and um, it's coming for all of us. And I don't mean that in a scary way. It is a scary truth that we don't, and trying to control too much things are, none of that's going to change that outcome. That is a that I don't usually have those types of methods. Ew, there's like something on my sweatshirt. I really should probably try to. Everyone has these nice nails, and I'm just doing this when I have time. Legacy, family, inheritance. Um, there's I something about your financial situation. In no way, I mean, maybe you got into debt, um, but either there's maybe some loan program or something coming through, something that's going to help ease that burden or help pay off some of it, legit thing. Um, or you're going to take some wins or something, invest it wisely. But it's mostly your perception and thinking that saving things, hanging on to something will will help minimize anxiety and almost like a Five of Pentacles energy, that lack mentality. That's what I'm getting. Many generations. Nine of Swords, anxiety. So, oh my God, the Nine of Swords between Three of Swords and the Devil, that is just obsession, your mind racing, putting a lot of time and energy into, this negative situation in the past. And it's lowering your vibration. I think you want to stay on a higher vibration, a solid vibration. This is all fear-based, kind of the moon, weird, can't really put your finger on it. Yeah, some of you may really have been having a lot of anxiety lately. Maybe let's see what this card is. Getting some counseling. Yeah, I was like, I wonder if it's going to be a cups, and it's a cups. So you'll have a change. Your emotions will calm down by the end of the week. You'll have some sort of clarity or aha moment where you're just like, wait a minute, I need to really examine why and again, that was in the past. So you really needed to examine why you're allowing yourself to spend so much mental and emotional energy on a past situation, why you're still holding on to it. And it's not sustainable to hold on to something forever. I mean, you have to relax, you have to sleep, you have to be able to just be. I'm going to pull some more cards for you because what deck do I want to use? Oh, let's use this one. I'm using these in the October readings, but do I want to use this? We'll see. Oh, yeah. So here we go. Temperance. Need balance. Mindfulness. A tempered approach. What's on the bottom of this deck? The Sun. Here comes Leo. The aha moment, the enlightenment comes out over the moon. We see clearly now. We're no longer confused. We have a much more balanced perspective on what happened. And what's this? The Empress. So the Empress, she doesn't try to control. She's the opposite. She's the receptive energy. She's the supportive energy. She's the organic energy. She's the Mother Earth. She's home. You can always go home to her. That it's a vibe, right? When a house feels like a home, even if it's not the house you grew up in. You know how she nurtures, she never forces, she never directs, she never lays out a plan. But she's there when you need her. And she's like I want to know, I'm getting sidetracked. She's like a warm hug when you need comfort, but very strong and fruitful and bountiful. And she is a way of producing things with such ease and grace because, again, she's just kind of quietly manifesting and supporting things in the background and knowing whatever the outcome is the right outcome. Like, I don't have to say it has to be this way. There are many different paths to the same destination, I'm hearing. Yeah, maybe you thought you had to follow a certain path. Maybe you dropped out of school. Maybe you, um, I don't know, you just went a different way. My hand's itching. Seven of Cups. So it's interesting, the Seven of Cups. I wanted to, what is this offer coming in with this Knight of Cups? This could be love. This could be, I mean, the Empress could definitely be offering a Knight of Cups energy, a supportive energy. The water is going to help balance out the fire of us, of um, that's a Sag card. We have Leo and Sag. I'm forgetting I'm doing for all the fire signs. Um, you have the upper hand, and you need to just be confident in knowing that, and you don't have to say anything. And in fact, by not saying anything, like this Empress just watching and knowing, and their presence, and they know that they're confident in, they see clearly the sun's is shining on her in this card, and she's looking towards it. She has that high perspective with the raptor in the background, whatever that is. um so the Seven of Cups, you've you've maybe had a lot of ideas and creative projects you've wanted to pursue, but maybe you've been having trouble. Maybe you're thinking about going back to school, but it's still, you can't just quite figure out what exactly you want to do. Like nothing's clicking. Um, and I feel like the Knight of Cups will be coming in this week and presenting something that we didn't even know was an option, or that sort of makes it really clear which option is the best for you. But it's going to take some to be careful not to go into fear-based thinking, because it will seem like a risk, not necessarily because it's a risk, but it's a different path than you had been on. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that, fire signs. I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care.